And joining me now is one of my newsmakers tonight, former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah joins me for his reactions to that Supreme Court judgment. Appreciate your joining us, Omar Abdullah. There's a belief that today is a political victory for the centre and a big defeat for the valley-based parties who have been constantly campaigning against the abrogation of Article 370. Would you concede defeat after this Supreme Court judgment?
It's a defeat for the people of Jammu and Kashmir. It's a defeat for those people who believe that sovereign commitments that form the basis of accession, the people who believe that those should be upheld. It's a defeat for those people. It's not personally my defeat. It's not personally the defeat of just the National Conference. This was never about us. It's about Jammu and Kashmir. It's about the commitments that were made to the people of Jammu and Kashmir in 1947. So to that extent, yes, we've all lost. It's our collective loss, and no doubt it's a victory for the union government. It's a victory for the BJP, but that's the way it is.
No, the court was very specific, for example, in saying Jammu and Kashmir retained no sovereignty after accession to India. Article 370 was a temporary provision. I mean, these are, this has been for the longest time what Kashmir leaders, including yourself, your party, have claimed when demanding special status. So, in a sense, your entire arguments have been hollowed out, some would say, by the Supreme Court.
Well, Rajdeep, it's convenient that you take these words of the Supreme Court but forget the words that had been used in judgments prior to this. In prior judgments of three judge benches, 370 was upheld. The special status of Jammu and Kashmir was upheld. The permanency of 370 was upheld in cases like Sampath Prakash versus the Union and many others that we cited in our case this time. So, yes, I accept that this time we weren't able to convince 5 judges, but in the past we have convinced the Supreme Court of the relevance of our arguments. And who knows, going ahead, we may get the opportunity to change the mind of the Honorable Supreme Court the way they changed their mind this time compared to previous judgments. So, yes, it's a setback. We are disappointed, but we're not disheartened. And the struggle doesn't end. And why should it? I mean, did the BJP stop struggling when the Sampath Prakash judgment came? Did the BJP stop struggling when the Supreme Court upheld 370 and said that it was permanent? They didn't stop struggling then. So why should we be expected to end our struggle because of this setback?
Because in a sense that there is a belief now that there's no turning back.